All right, so uh, welcome to this part of the video. So certain points which needs to be kept in mind, that is when you will be helping a suicidal ideation individual. So certain don'ts which needs to be kept in mind. So when you want to help and save an individual from suicidal acts, suicidal thoughts, suicidal tendencies, you must keep these below points in your mind, which I'm just about to tell you. Point number 1, don't show or display shock or disturbance. It is while interacting with that individual, that is who is suffering from suicidal ideation. Don't show or display that you are mentally shocked and disturbed to know and learn about their situation. Point number 2, don't ask too many questions. Asking too many questions can sometimes cause a negative reaction in suicidal people, especially when you're trying to create that rapport with that individual. And when the rapport is not yet created, don't again try to penetrate that individual's mind by asking too many questions. The reason, because such individuals will or may feel that they are being interrogated, all right, with too many questions. Thus, start slow. Let that individual firstly know and believe that you are genuinely there for them. All right, so the importance of creating a genuine rapport, a trustworthy rapport. Before that, you need to go slow, but you have to be there. Point number 3, don't give false hopes. Individuals, that is, who are suffering from suicidal ideation, may immediately see through the false and fake promises, that is, if in case someone does, and may become more dissolute. There might be more dissolution with the world that they live in, so it can worsen the situation. Number 4, don't try to relate. Trying to relate to a suicidal person or a person who is suffering from a suicidal ideation can be a bad decision. You have to understand that in the mind of that person, or in the minds of suicidal ideation individuals, no one understands what they are going through. So instead, focus and try to completely listen to them. Try to understand their own unique circumstances as best as you can. Point number 4, don't use generic belief system. Now, mental health researchers, medical researchers, they have revealed that you can help suicidal individual or suicidal individuals to look and feel the optimistic side of their life and situations by learning about their personal belief system and using the same to convince that individual and right to come out of their problems. So you have to make enough effort to learn, know and understand what is their belief system. Point number 6, don't ignore and dismiss the validity of suicidal thoughts and suicidal tendencies. It's been observed that many people have the tendency to dismiss the validity of suicidal thoughts and tendencies. People, they often say things like they are just doing it for attention. Like people who are exhibiting symptoms of suicidal ideation, other people around, they will say that only those specific people are doing it for attention. They'll say that they will never actually go through with it. So you have to understand that don't be this naive or ignorant people. If you want to be a helping hand, a saving hand, a guiding hand, then you have to take such individuals, that is who are suffering from suicidal ideation, seriously. If no one pays attention to them or no one displays any concern, then such individuals, they feel more isolated and lonely, and this particular thing may exaggerate their suicidal thoughts and tendencies in their mind. So you have to be very, very careful about this. The last point which you need to keep in mind is don't seem fake. All right, something that really causes a negative effect, that is when it comes to interacting and dealing with people contemplating suicide, is when you appear to yourself as fake. When interacting with people, individuals who are suffering from suicidal ideation, when dealing with such people, don't turn yourself into someone whom you are actually not. Be your own self. Don't act like a person who is completely different from what you actually are. All right. So be yourself and don't seem and be fake. So these are the necessary points which you need to keep in mind when you want to help an individual suffering from suicidal ideation. The don'ts which you need to keep in mind. You have to be absolutely mindful with these pointers. Now, one more thing, one more information which I will like to provide in this video or in this part is, but here this information, what I'll do is I will mention it in the description box of this particular video. The information which I will be providing, which you will be checking in the description box of this particular video, is the different suicide prevention helplines in India. So if you are living in India, you can always contact the below organizations for help that is related to any situations of suicidal ideation. Again, please note, I have to be absolutely clear and true to you. I am providing all of these information or whatever information that you will be reading in the description box. None of these are in an act of endorsement or advertisement. I am not endorsing, I am not advertising any of the brands, any of the listings which I will be mentioning in the description box of this video, that are the Prevention Helplines, the suicide prevention helplines. I am only sharing and providing this useful information for your awareness and knowledge only. All right. Again, I'm repeating, none of these information are endorsed or advertised. So what are the suicide prevention helplines which I will be mentioning? One is AASRA, then iCALL, PARIVARTHAN, COOJ Mental Health Foundation, SNEHA Foundation, the Samaritans in Mumbai, or the Samaritans Mumbai, and also BEFRIENDERS worldwide. So only the BEFRIENDERS worldwide website you will be able to find the suicide prevention helpline for your specific country. So there you will find a tab that is find a helpline by country. There you can select your country, and then you can find out whether there are or there is or what are the suicide prevention helplines which you can get in touch with. You can also, in that tab only, in that portlet only, you can select a specific location to further narrow down your search results. What you can do is, if you are a viewer from any other country, what you can do is, please, you can, if you want, it will be very, very useful, very, very helpful. In the comment section, you can mention the suicide prevention helplines of your country, mention the country name, then you can list down the suicide prevention helplines. Try to mention their website and their helpline numbers, the contact numbers, and also the email. Try to mention whatever. See, in the description box, what I have mentioned is, I have mentioned the website of a particular suicide prevention organization. I have mentioned their helpline numbers. I have mentioned their email, and I have also mentioned the availability of helpline, that is, what are the days when they are active, and from which particular time to which particular time you can call these numbers. So this is what I have mentioned. According to my knowledge, I have shared it. If you are from India, if you think there are other suicide prevention helplines or helplines exclusively dedicated for suicide prevention, then you can mention the same in the comment section in the same format which I have mentioned in the description box. Try to include all the details, which is very, very important for all the people out there to know. It will be very useful in time of need, and also it will be very handy actually in time of need. And if you are a citizen of another country, you can mention your country's suicide prevention helplines in the same format which I have mentioned. Mention all the relevant details in the comment section, and please to mention for which country you are providing the suicide prevention helplines. And in this way, if a lot of individuals are sharing suicide prevention helplines for a lot of countries, I believe it will be again acting as a database for a huge helpful information. But please make sure that whatever you are sharing is not endorsed or advertised, because that is what I have done. It is only for the humanitarian gesture of helping people in this particular aspect. So this is what I wanted to discuss. I have covered all the relevant points which I wanted to discuss. I have discussed it, and I have tried to discuss all the points, information in detail, so that you will have a very accurate awareness about this extremely important and sensitive topic. All right. Please do share these videos, this series of videos, all of the parts in your like using your YouTube email ID. Please share that in YouTube whatever videos you have learned from, like all of these parts. Please share them, like them, share your comments. So it will help me to spread this very important information to a lot of individuals, and I believe this information will be extremely beneficial to a lot of people. It might help a lot of people in many circumstances. All right. And also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It will make me feel so happy. So it's a request if you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. So thank you. I hope again this particular topic will be of immense use to you, and I'm sure that you have learned and gathered a lot of important, relevant, useful, important and accurate knowledge related to this particular subject. Thank you, and I wish you well. Have a nice day. Take care. Be happy.